We often describe large language models as highly advanced versions of the autocorrect on your phone. In this view, the model is a black box that doesn't actually think. It simply uses mathematical probabilities to predict which word is most likely to come next in a sequence. However, a research paper from Anthropic titled A Global Workspace in Language Models suggests that this stochastic parrot description is missing a critical piece of the puzzle. If a model isn't just reacting to a prompt, but is instead using a private space to reason through ideas before it speaks, it shifts our understanding of what these systems actually are. To look inside Claude's internal processing, researchers developed the Jacobian lens, or J-lens. It's a tool that uses a grid of partial derivatives to observe how specific data tokens are handled deep within the model's layers. Using the J-lens, they found a specific, highly organized region buried within the model's architecture, named the JSpace. It's a mental whiteboard where the model holds and organizes concepts, reasoning in private before sending a final result to the output pathway. This means the AI is capable of harboring internal thoughts that the user never sees, using them to guide its final response. To test this whiteboard in action, researchers asked Claude a simple question. The animal that spins webs has blank legs. Inside the JSpace, the spider concept lit up, concluding the answer was 8. Then researchers intervened. They replaced the spider thought with an ant. Immediately, the internal reasoning path shifted to 6. Claude's final answer changed to 6 legs. Researchers didn't change the prompt or output. They only modified the hidden internal concept. This demonstrates that the JSpace acts as a reasoning engine that operates independently of the direct text input it receives from the user. The team then investigated exactly how this high-level reasoning separates itself from more routine tasks, like basic language processing. When Claude was given a passage in Spanish, it correctly identified the language. But when researchers swapped that internal thought to French, the results were strange. Claude explicitly stated it was reading French, but it continued to write in perfect Spanish. For the final test, the researchers performed a digital lobotomy by completely deleting the JSpace region from the model. Without its internal JSpace, Claude could no longer reason through problems. However, it continued to speak in fluent, confident English. The results suggest the AI's brain is split. A conscious reasoning center handles the logic, while a separate automatic engine manages the mechanics of grammar and fluency in the background. Perhaps the most significant finding is that Anthropic's engineers did not program the JSpace into the model. This cognitive structure emerged on its own during the training process. It appears that when linear algebra is used to process massive datasets, it can spontaneously organize into specialized clusters to solve complex problems. In this specific case, the model developed its own internal scratchpad to better manage the information it was processing. This accidental structure bears a striking resemblance to a theory of human cognition proposed by Bernard Baars in 1988, Global Workspace theory. Baars compared the mind to a theater. Most brain functions run automatically in the dark, but we have one brightly lit stage for active thought. Claude's JSpace functions like that stage, providing a central hub for prioritized thoughts. Anthropic is clear that this does not prove Claude is conscious in the way a human is. But it does show that the black box of AI has developed an internal architecture that mirrors our own frameworks for how a mind operates.